Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. This is Watercolor Wednesday, but I am going to be showing you watercolor palettes, my watercolor palette collection that I've been collecting in the month or two that I have been purchasing them. I understand that not everybody can do this. I hope this doesn't come off as boasty. I just really like watercolors, and I bought too many of them. This is a little palette that I got from Michael's. I thought would be a cute travel set. It was kind of in the beginning before I had purchased any other of these palettes. I got this and some of the liquid ones. I'll kind of show you at the end. I don't really love that one, but I will hold on to it for now. I just don't really use it. I haven't used a lot of these, like really used them. I've just been collecting. So this, all of these are the Prima Marketing Watercolor Confections, and they each have kind of a name. This one is Tropicals, and I have at least swatched all of them, so you can see that. I think they're just so cute, and I really like colors that I don't have to mix to come up with. I know that that's an option, but I really love colors that are just gorgeous and nothing I could think of that just already exist for me ready to use. So I know nothing about color, and this makes it very easy. And plus you get to open each one individually, and they're just like opening little candies, which is awesome. This is the Pastel Dreams set. And the next one is my favorite name ever, and they're all named after pies, and it's beautiful. 4 of them, the first 4, are sparkly. I'll show you that here. And they all have, except for like, I don't think white mocha is a pie. Earl Grey, I don't think is a pie. The rest are pies. But still beautiful. I've seen some people do, oh, I'm doing a giveaway that involves one of those sets, brand new, Decadent Pies. So I will link my Instagram post down below. This one is the complexion set, which I wanted to do. I had seen some watercolor artwork by someone that involved very simple, like a person's face. And so I wanted a complexion, because I can't really make a complexion color, at least for fair skin, out of like the paints that I had. So I wanted the complexion set. And then Woodlands is pretty cute. I love the teal. Pond. I also mixed pond and stream as I was swatching them, because I had little pools of them, so I mixed them together and I put that color in between the two. And then I did the same for mist and graystone. Any two that I thought would look good together, I mixed them and I did a little in-between swatch, so I knew what that looked like. So that was kind of fun. And currants, I don't really address it, but I added 2 other colors, little pans that I got from Etsy. And those are the 2 colors on the bottom that are not in the swatch boxes. And they are kind of shoved in here, which is why these ones don't move around, because there's 2 extra pans in there that don't belong. But color-wise, they do belong, so that's where I put them. Otherwise, they would be loose. And I have a box of loose pans that I purchased on Etsy that I'll show you as well. This one is really cool. It has a lot of different greens. I ended up using some of these, I think, on kind of like an all green thing that I did. I can't remember what it was, but it comes in handy when you just have so many greens right in front of you at your disposal. And then I purchased these 2 Paul Rubens sets on Amazon. The larger one has 48 colors, and I have it taped because the lid is kind of loose, and it came that way, which is kind of upsetting, but I love the paints, so I'll just deal with it. I didn't want to have to deal with like returning it, blah, blah, blah. The paints are fine. So I just kept it. These are the swatches. And I just fold that up and keep that in there. And I just love paint pans. They're just so fun to touch. I also do, I live in a very humid climate not very humid. This isn't Florida. It's Seattle, let's be honest. But it rains a lot and we're on the bottom floor and we already have moisture problems. So I do have a dehumidifier running usually most of the day in my craft area. So that these paints, I mean, it's for moisture problems, but also as an added benefit that I've learned is that these paints don't stay wet, like so wet all the time, which can cause mold. So that's good and a benefit and a tip if you have that problem. I cut in half and laminated. This is the glitter set of Paul Rubens. There are 24 of them. I cut in half and laminated it because they fit if I cut it in half. And when you laminate it, it's all waterproof, so you can just stick it right in there. I would have laminated the other one, but I might make a different swatch sheet that's a lot smaller for that one and then laminate it to keep it in there. Because I think that's a really cool idea. This one is the White Nights, which in your head you'd probably think nights with a K, but it's White Nights, like nighttime White Nights. I didn't know that until I went to go buy it. People just kept talking about the White Nights paints, the Russian, and that they really liked them. I will link all of these palettes down below as I can find them. If I can't find it, it won't be below. This one is really cool. They're all individual and they do come out. There's nothing really holding them in. These two are stuck together, but I show you pulling out one of them. I did rearrange them from the way that they came to make a little more sense to me. And then I did the swatch sheet because all it was is boxes. It didn't have any labels or anything. So I just put them how I wanted them in order. Made more sense color-wise to me. And then did the swatch sheet. And then I laminated that one and it kind of pops right into the lid and actually stays pretty well. I need to use this one a lot more because I really like it. I've just been using a palette that you'll see at the end. This one I am super, super excited about. It is Denise's palette with Da Vinci Paint Co. It's earth friendly. It is vegan, which is super fun. I'm now realizing some of these paints aren't vegan. I'll get into that in a minute. It's rather annoying. I didn't know that about paints until I had bought some of them, and I'm not going to return them obviously at this point, but this palette is vegan. It is very earth-friendly, sustainable, all that good stuff. It comes with like a swatch thing, but the only true swatch chart is the one that you do yourself with your paints. So I'm going to redo it at some point. I just haven't even touched these yet. They're still brand new. And they pop in just like that. I'm assuming the little bucket they're in is some sort of sustainable material or compostable, something like that. And earth-friendly because the palette is earth-friendly. And they can just pop it right back in. And so I'm very excited to swatch this one properly, which I just haven't done yet. They also gave her her own green, which is awesome. She is in liquid color here on YouTube. I keep touching this certain pan because it's so smooth. And I was just very excited and it felt really nice. So that happened. Very, very pretty palette in the matte gray. Oh my God. It matches my nails. I didn't even realize that when I was playing with it. Perfect palette. Definitely need to use that one. I was just so excited. I didn't want to touch it. So the last two here are two porcelain palettes. There's a smaller one that I squeezed a bunch of Winsor & Newton cotton paints and some like the Michaels brand, the Artist Loft paint into, and I'll show you that. I'll show you a couple of the tubes. This is the Winsor & Newton Cotman. Windsor with no D. I didn't know that. It's Windsor, not Windsor. And then the Artist's Loft, these are the first set of the liquid paints that I bought. So I just squeezed my favorites into these. So I'll keep that as a palette. Like here I'm picking a cat hair out of the paint because that is my life. So I'm going to cover that. I don't have a cover for this one. I'll try and sort something out at some point. Maybe I'll make my brother 3D print me one because that would be cool. This palette is the 13 by 13 inch ceramic. Stephen Quiller, which is completely unnecessary. I did not need it, but I fell in love with it. And instead of filling it with $300 worth of Daniel Smith paints, I chose the 24 set of Core, which is QOR paints. I got them on Amazon. And I just filled it with that. I completely used this mister to re-wet the purple paint and sprayed it everywhere, including into the white. So I do not recommend spritzing a mister near any remotely wet paint because that was a bad idea. So that happened. So those are those. I'm going to show you some little one-offs that I have purchased on Etsy, and I just keep in a little container, as well as some dot cards. I actually have Daniel Smith dot cards as well. I didn't show you that, but it shows it's like 200 and something of their colors I have in a dot card, so that's really cool. The reason some paints aren't vegan is that there's honey in some of them. I didn't know that. There could be other reasons. I think that's the only one I know of. I really, really like this pink and this brown. They just look delicious, like candy. There might be more reasons, but I didn't know that, and now I will know better, but I won't be purchasing anymore for a while. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.